Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography, where old friends, fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss music of artist. I'm your host, Jason. With me, right below me, is Tim.
Hey.
Right below Tim is our special guest, who's a Patreon member, Trey.
Hello.
And at the very bottom, because he was the last to join the meeting and I fixed it from last week, the Wild Bill.
Sometimes it's fun being on bottom.
Back where you belong.
Yeah, I didn't like that on top stuff at all.
He was in the middle. He was the middleman.
Same thing.
All right, this week we're talking the Butthole Surfers. This was a Patreon pick by Trey.
You're welcome.
If you would like to choose an artist for us, if you hate the Butthole Surfers and want us to cover Bruno Mars, sign up for the Patreon.
We might get to that one naturally.
Even though
it's a very natural progression.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's, a little hop, skip, and a jump there.
Right. Same studios.
Quick, brief / relationship history with the band. Somebody take it away.
Never heard of them. I was first exposure this last week.
We're going to talk about that when we get to Electric Larry Land, because I refuse to believe that.
I mean, I'll jump in. I've known about him for quite some time. I probably heard Hairway to Steven first, but like most people my age, it really started making sense around the Jesus Built My Hot Rod collaboration that Gibby does with Ministry in the early 90s. And then from there, just the legend grew and eventually was introduced to him, but I had not heard the whole discography. So familiar artist, newish discography.
Mine is fucking Beavis and Butthead, man. Beavis and Butthead, the Butthole Surfers rule. So I'd heard my friend Michael went out and got Independent on cassette. So I knew that one. I had Electric Larry Land on CD. So I knew that one. The other 6, never heard.
So for me, it was Electric Larry Land. I liked Pepper when it was a single, and I got it through one of those Columbia House, 10 for a penny.
Oh, yeah.
It was. And
I miss those. Those were great.
Yeah. Especially, if you were clever with names, you could get quite a few. But yeah, I didn't realize when I got it, it was really just the tip of the iceberg. I didn't know that it was 7 albums in. And over the years, I've slowly gotten what I could. It's not really a band that pops up in stores much. And so prior to this,
people definitely don't want to like put the front display in their store for,
No. Prior to this, I had heard all of these, but not really to where I am now after doing this.
I don't know what y'all talking about, man. The logo I got says Pride of America, Butthole Surfers.
I can see why.
All right. Up first, we're going to talk about the notable release, the Butthole Surfers EP. I can start this one out if you'd like.
Please do.
The Shah sleeps in Lee Harvey's grave. I'm a sucker for a song with references. And this one's got quite a few. Hendrix, Lee Harvey. I think my favorite part, though, is the guitar in the quiet parts. You can hear it giving this growling feedback, almost ready, like it's about to attack. Like a fucking vicious dog. And then it does. Hey, sounds like the 80s. On meth and cough syrup. Good shit. Something was fine. Barbecue Pope was very disappointed with Spotify for not having the lyrics for this one. I feel like there's a secret hidden message in this one. The answer to life or something, This was a fun one. Wichita had this great 50s rockabilly style, not unlike the Cramps. Suicide, fucking banger, top song contender. The Revenge of Anus Presley, another decent one. There was no duds on this first EP as far as I'm concerned. Did anybody else do their homework?
Oh, I did. Shaw is just an amazing song. Especially for the first song in a discography. It really kills it. Hey is, I don't know what it is. It's something about the delivery of the hey. I really love that one. Something's really good. Barbecue Pope, that farting saxophone sound that Gibby is playing, that brings me so much joy. Because at this point, Paul Leary is still doing vocals. He did Barbecue Pope. And there's a couple other songs where Gibby plays sax, and I believe all the ones he's playing sax, Paul Leary's doing the vocals.
His
Wichita,
vocals are great. Great
yeah,
vocals.
yeah. Wichita Cathedral's good one. Suicide, it's definitely a dark one, but it's good.
It's
And
fucking good.
The Revenge of Anus Presley, how can you not love it just for the title alone? But yeah, that is a dark, dark song. And it's a banger, but it's not one you play around other people. I know that much.
You like my editing for the album cover?
Oh yeah. I was wondering what you were gonna do for it.
I noticed that, and I was
going to do 4 chihuahuas, but then I was like, you know what? There's 4 of us. Tim looks excited to be there. I'm like shocked. Bill's embarrassed, and Trey is like, what the fuck?
All appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, due to time restraints, this was the one extra credit I was unable to get to.
Oh, man, you got to hear this motherfucking EP, dude.
And I know I've heard it before, but I didn't get a chance to review it for this,
Right, yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to like here, like going forward, I don't see why you wouldn't listen to this.
Right. Did you listen to it, Bill?
Yeah, no, I did not do any extra credit for Butthole
Jesus.
Surfers.
Bunch of slackers, Trey. You see this shit?
Oh yeah.
I've got the next one, but that one, it was the shorter of the two, but time constraints,
I'll say we're lucky we're not ranking it. 'Cause it's just an EP.
Sure.
All right, well,
But
kick
we
us
are gonna
off
roll
with
credits. Yeah.
Kick us off with Psychic Powerless, Another Man's Sack, 1984.
If we want me to go, I can.
I can start it too, so either way.
Either one, y'all flip a coin. Choose amongst yourselves.
I'll start and rip the
Go
band-aid
ahead.
off.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
for sitting down to listen to Butthole Surfers, I just listened to a Spotify playlist of their songs on shuffle, just to try and get a feel for it.
Ain't no pepper
And
here.
I got about 5 songs in and went, what the fuck? So then I just went, all right, let's get to the first album here. So Concubine comes on. It's like, all right, band's Butthole Surfers. First song's Concubine. Let's see how it is. And I left confused on a personal, sexual, ministerial level. Like, I really wasn't sure what to think after that one.
They surfed your buttholes. What happened?
And I don't know if I
We
liked it
got
or
there
not.
yet.
So I Had the Chicken, I might have been the one I enjoyed the most on this one, and I used the word enjoy in a liberal sense. Um,
Could tolerate.
yeah,
Tolerate.
Dum Dum, like it started off like, all right, like I can get into this, and then I realized, no, I can't. Like I wanted to so bad. It just the beat. I was feeling the beat really well. I just the rest of it just threw me for a loop. Ah, Whirly Burly is all right. Potentially my second favorite song on the album. Again, not particularly. Negro Observer,
Favorite song, not top song contender, basically.
yeah. Well, it might be a top song contender by proxy.
Default. Yeah. We'll see.
Um,
We
Negro
shall see.
Observer existed. That's probably like Jason's top song.
No, I
Then we
didn't
get to the
hear it.
actual.
It wasn't on Spotify. That's the one song I haven't heard. I'm like, it's probably for the best. But if you're saying it's my favorite, I might need to check this one out.
Maybe Butthole Surfer, the title. It happened for me. Which in the context of this album might be a positive then. Ah, and that's Lady Scuff. It's all right. Clondo. At this point, I've listened to the guitar tone. It's like I just don't want this anymore. I mean, I would show you where Butthole Surfers touch me, but we can't show that on YouTube.
I say this, Bill, were you missing Sonic Youth by this point? Was it
I
that
was missing
bad?
Sonic Youth after Dun Dun. Um,
Wow.
Okay.
it Mexican Caravan might have been my favorite off of the second half of this album.
Okay.
And Gary Floyd was, I mean, it was a closer. Definitely not their best closer, but they do have lower for me.
Well, Tim, rebuttal?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Concubine opens up, and I found it amusing, um, but not standoutish. It was just more amusing than anything else. And then Eye of the Chicken for me just kind of happened. And then we got to Dum Dum, and that is where this album really opened up for me. You can really hear the Primus on Dum Dum, and I thought it sounded great. It was a super fun song. Wooly Bully had these great descending lines on the bass. Fantastic song. And then yeah, I heard a remaster. So my next song is the Butthole Surfer. It's a fast one. I loved it. It was super, super fun, old school hardcore. And then we get to Lady Sniff, which reminded me of a Mr. Bungle meets Tom Waits kind of track. So I'm here for this. Top song contender. And then we get to Cherub, which is just badass. That's a pretty epic song, another top song contender. And then we get to Mexican Caravan, and like you can totally hear the Nirvana in that track. I love it. It's we've just had nothing but bangers since Dum Dum. And then Cowboy Bob, I think it's amazing. But other than those first two songs, I think that this is probably the low point of the banger after banger. Because then we get to Gary Floyd, which I think is just sort of super fun track that works really well as a closer. Overall, I enjoyed this album quite a bit, and can't really say much more without spoiling rankings, even though this one's not getting ranked.
This is getting ranked. Oh, I see what you're saying. Never mind. Trey?
So yeah, I agree with Tim with the first two songs. Concubine and Eye of the Chicken, they just do kind of happen. Um I there's aspects of this band's discography that I consider kind of ambient. You just put it on, you do something else, it goes on in the background.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't find this to be background at all.
oh yeah.
It was, I mean, those first two songs maybe a little bit, but
Yeah,
you're still not quite there. So,
that's what I'm talking about is those two.
okay, sure.
Dum Dum is great. It's surprisingly topical for something that came out so long ago. Um, love Wooly Bully. Uh, Negro Observer. What I'll say about that one is musically, it's probably the most memorable on the album. So I do recommend at least tracking it down on YouTube or something and just taking a listen.
There's some live versions available out there too. I
Yeah,
just, I just didn't, just didn't get there.
it's got a very new wave feel to it. Um, very new wave. It doesn't really sound like anything else on this album, which, you know. um, Butthole Surfer's good. Lady Sniff, I love that fucking song. And I just know that there's at least one person out there that this is like their personal theme song, and they embody
Hey, it made the playlist.
it.
We'll
I
see
mean,
where it lands.
it is so crazy. Cherub, it's another one of those songs that I just kind of like feeling. You know what I mean? Like,
Interesting. Okay.
um, Caravan's great. Country Bob's also great. Gary Floyd, one thing I'll say lyrically about this band is it's very hard to kind of, when they're not being full out goofy, it's kind of hard to get an idea of what they're talking about. Because I know this song's named after a guy named Gary Floyd, who was the lead singer of a punk band from Texas named Dix.
Yep. Yep.
He was like 6'4", massively overweight, and super gay, like back in the 80s.
Hmm.
So he
As
was
were the
kind
big
of,
boys. Yeah. Like
yeah,
the Texas, they used to call it Texas.
yeah.
Um,
So he was kind of like a hero of this scene back then, but lyrically, I don't know what the connection is. Um, the bonus tracks, I didn't realize Moving to Florida was a bonus track on this one. Um, that's a top
oh,
song
I've got it
contender.
on a different one. So
Yeah, when they were doing reissues, I think they were just throwing anything from the EPs on anything.
sure.
But
Yeah.
that's definitely a top song contender for me. It's just this very weird, like swamp thing, punk transition thing sung by the Water Boy. It is weird. And
Yeah. Actually, if moving to Florida is on this one as well, because I have it on the next one. Um, but yeah, that's a great song.
yeah, but I'm all for the weirdness.
Yeah, I have it on the next one too.
Yeah, I think they
Okay.
were just throwing stuff anywhere at that point.
Jason, what you got for this one?
Well, the opening lines of this discography are: "It's in my veins, my eye. Oh, I feel it in my concubine." That's kind of a 5 out of 5. Kind of, I mean, that's what you're gonna get. This song reminded
Yeah.
me of the hidden track on Mellow Gold, where it's just total chaos and noise. These fuckers opened their album with this. Eye of the Chicken, sure, okay, this happened. It had lyrics somewhere. Dum Dum, great bass tones. It's fine. It does overstay its welcome, though. Woolly Bully was fun. The vocal delivery reminded me of Dead Kennedys. I didn't hear track 5. Butthole Surfer, See Bill, that's what bands did then. You gotta have your own theme song, you know. Talked
I know
about
they
that on
missed
Red
the
Chili
opportunity
Peppers.
to open the album with it.
Yeah. Lady Sniff, super fun, bouncy riff. The vocals are hilarious, good stuff. Cherub, it was fine. It went on way too long, which I think is a lot of these songs' problems for me. Mexican Caravan, pure noise rock. Cowboy Bob, I've heard that one before somewhere, perhaps buried in a mixtape deep in the recess of my mind. That was my favorite on the album.
Interesting. Okay.
And Gary was pretty damn good too. Like this record is fine. After hearing that EP though, like I would take the EP over this.
Well, that's interesting because I enjoyed this album quite a bit. Once it broke open for me, it had my attention the entire time.
The EP, I think, is very similar to this, but there's not as much filler. It's more of this is what we're doing. Here it is.
Sure, it's a little more 7-inch style. Yeah.
And it's not that like the album's it is too long, but not track wise, just great things, just too much of every single time. Whereas if the songs were like 3 minutes long, it would have been better, I think.
Yeah, the tracks were a bit long.
Okay.
Feels like even the ones that are 2 minutes were just a bit long.
Okay.
Hashtag the color code will tell all.
Hashtag first album bias.
Oh. Hashtag who's got the dot. Trey, this is your pick. So you
Hashtag who's got the
who
dot.
gets to guess the next one?
I'm giving it to Bill. Because
oh my god,
he's clearly having a blast.
Oh yeah, next one will be a great one to start that off with.
All right. What do I got? Fuck. Yeah, it's gonna be some tough ones. All right. Stick around for that. Rembrandt Pussy is next. We're gonna go through all these Butthole Surfers records. Tastes like music. When you gonna cover the Butthole Surfers? That's what I want to know. As always,
people need to be talking about this.
They need to be talking about some surfers. Be safe and make good decisions.
Hey,
we'll give them something.
Hey,
to talk about.
We'll give them something to talk about.
And then you go a little woo, and then a little whoop, 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 and then it's all and then you're ready to go again. Yo, come back now, you hear?